What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and to another WNBA video. We have two games on the slate for Tuesday, June 10th. Now, if you're new to the channel and new to these videos, typically I would break down and analyze each of those games. We talk about which way that I was leading as far as the points in the spread, and we talk about player props in those games that I found that I'm liking. Guys, I'm just gonna level with you, man. It's been a crazy, crazy long day at work. Then I jumped from work and went right on to another job with one of my friends, man, to get some more cash on the side. So just completely wore out, and I did not really have enough time to get everything together to make a full length video today. And I don't want to just throw things together, man. I don't ever want to half-ass things for you guys, but also don't want to leave you hanging. So what we will do is go over my favorite plays on the slate for today's games. So let's go ahead and jump into those. But before we do need to take a look back at what we took yesterday and how that ended up going down. Let's just go ahead and jump over to the Guy Boston Sports website for that real quick. We can see, man, we just had the one game on the slate, the Valkyries and the Sparks. So we just put one play in on that one. No need to force anything, man. Took the first half, the total over 79.5, put a half unit on that at minus 108 on FanDuel. And we do get that green check mark. We do cash on that one. So 1-0 on the day. Just the one play, man. But we're not going to be mad. Like I said, not going to force things on a one game slate. Going to take that cash and be happy with it. So let's go ahead and roll that energy into today. And let's go ahead and cash out again. Smash that like button for me down there, guys, if you can, and hit subscribe if you have not already. Let's go ahead and jump into these plays. Let's jump over to Outlier to go ahead and take a look at the first one. We'll be looking at Ryan Howard of the Dream, looking at her points over 17.5, sitting at minus 114 on FanDuel. Now, the first thing first, man, a little concerning, right? Seeing this red 3 over here as far as the Fever for points allowed, sitting at third. If we look at them specifically against the guard position, we do see that drop to eighth, which is the position that Ryan Howard plays for the Dream. And we can see her hitting at a 50% rate over the course of the season, right? But she did cash this in her last two. If we look at her head to head against the Fever, she is cashing, right? Sitting at an 80% rate in her last 5 game against the Fever, including the 2 this season, in which she shot the ball pretty well in those games as well. 49% in that last one. Then we can also jump over here to StatMuse and see that she's actually against the Fever throughout her career. This is the points column right over here. You can see that she has cashed over this number here 10 of the 13 times that she has played against the Fever. She averages 22.7 points per game against Indiana. She just always has a ton of success against this team. I look for her to do that more here today. Minus 114 too, a very good price over there at FanDuel. So I like this one here. Ryan Howard over 17.5. Also like taking a look at her on her three-pointers. We can see that she's hitting at a 75% rate, over 2.5 three-pointers, right? Now, once again, a little bit concerning. Indiana sitting at second as far as three-pointers made overall to the opposition, sitting at third for guards, right? Doesn't seem to matter with Ryan Howard, though, hitting at a 100% rate in her last 5 against Indiana. I don't know what it is, guys, but she loves going up against this Fever team, and she has had a ton of success against them, like I said, throughout her career. Now, this one is juice, minus 165 over there at Bet365. Actually, we can get it at minus 159 over at Novig, so still juice, but not nearly as bad as that minus 165. But I like this one, man. Ryan Howard to get 3 3-pointers. I like her to get over those 17.5 points and get to 18 for us as well. I think she has another good game against the Fever here. I'd also like looking at Brianna Jones of the Dream, her rebounds over 6.5. And we can see that this is sitting at minus 132 at no vig. That's going to be the best price that we can get this at. Actually caught it on FanDuel earlier at minus 132, but you can see across the books, man, that it's starting to rise. This line has FanDuel sitting at minus 146 now. So once again, though, Indiana, third for rebounds allowed to that forward position, sitting at seventh overall, though. Look at Brianna Jones on the season. She's hitting this at a 63% rate. Crushed it in the first 5 games. Now, she has come up underneath this line, including going on or landing right there on the hook in that last outing against the Sun, right? But if we look at her head to head against the Fever, now a whole lot of red over here when she was with the Sun. But these two games right here at the end are her 2 games with the Dream this season where she crushes this line, right? 13 and 11. So I definitely think that we can see her have some more success here against Indiana. Indiana does struggle with giving up some offensive rebounds in the games as well. We can see that she pulls down 6 here in that first game, 3 again in that second game. So yeah, it's a little bit juice, guys, at minus 132 over there at no vig. And if you're not on no vig, then it's going to be minus 145 or higher, depending on where you're looking. But I like this one. I've already put this one in. I think Brianna Jones gets up over that 6.5 rebound mark here against the Fever. Next up, I'd be looking at that Chicago Sky in New York Liberty game. Be looking at Natasha Cloud. This is another one where the line has moved. I caught this one earlier over 5.5 assists at minus 132 on FanDuel. It is now up to minus 150, and that is the best price that we were going to find across the books. And rightfully so, man. Look, she has not cashed in 3 of the last 4, right? But cashing at a 63% rate on the season. And then head to head, we can see at a 75% rate 3 of the last 4 games that she has played against the Chicago Sky team. And we scroll on over here, let's look at the Sky, man. As far as assists are concerned, they're 11th overall, 10th against the guard position for assists allowed. And then if we scroll over here, check out this insight from Outlier. We only need her to hit 6 assists, right? She has exceeded 6 assists in 6 straight games versus bottom 5 defenses for assists allowed, actually averaging 9 assists per game in that span for a 100% hit rate. So definitely understand the juice in this one. I definitely, like I said, I'm already on it, but I would hop on it too at minus 150. I definitely think it's well worth that juice. Then I'd also be looking at New York on the first half spread. This one also is starting to move. When I looked at this earlier, we're sitting at minus 1 or minus 8.5. It is now sitting at minus 9.5. If we scroll on down, we can see New York's hitting this at a, well, let's break it down to this season. They're hitting at a 75% rate, covering that 9.5 mark. Just look at these games, man. They're, multiple games are winning this by double digits, right? You can see one, two, what, three, four, five, 6 games. Starting off the season, 6 out of their 8 games that they have won by double digits going into half. So just an incredible season so far from this New York Liberty team. We can see the Sky, they're covering at a 57% rate, right, to that plus 9.5. But I just think they have some troubles here against this New York Liberty team that, you just look at the differences here as far as rankings, right? Look at the Sky on offense against the Liberty on defense. You just look over here, right? They're first for offensive rebound percentage because Angel Reese is a beast on the glass. But everywhere else, we're sitting at 13th, 11th, 12th. We're in the bottom 3 or we're dead last in every category. Whereas you scroll over here and look at the Liberty, man, and it's quite the opposite, right? They're sitting at first or second. It's funny that they're dead last for offensive rebound percentage, right? It's probably because they're not missing anything. But yeah, just, first or second, sitting in the top 3 in so many different categories. And if we just flip these, look at the Sky on defense, the Liberty on offense, it's just more of the same, man, right? So I just don't think that Chicago really can step to New York here. I'm not getting in front of New York with anybody, but here's the thing that this hinges on the most for me. With these backcourt issues for Chicago, I definitely think that helps with that Natasha Cloud play as well. We didn't talk about that, but Chicago having a ton of issues right now in the backcourt. It was Haley Van Lith, the rookie. Is she going to be starting at point guard? That's kind of the question here now with Courtney Vandersloot going down with that ACL. But the biggest thing for this play right here, this New York on the side in the first half, for me, it all hinges on Jonquel Jones. If she's able to play in this one, she is a game time decision with a ankle injury, right? She sustained that in that Thursday win over the Mystics and didn't return. She left in that one early. If she's able to play in this one, I'm smashing that line before it right if hopefully it doesn't get any higher. Maybe we can find an minus 8.5 again. That would be great. But if she's out in this one, I probably stay away from the side and just play that Natasha Cloud one in this game because I don't think that the Sky can beat the Liberty by any means here in this game, whether Jones plays or not. This is definitely a Liberty spot on the money line. As far as that spread is concerned, though, with the interior presence that Chicago has with Angel Reese and Cardoso down there, when you take Jones out of the equation now, that's a lot for New York to deal with, and I definitely think that Chicago would be able to keep the game closer. Now, do they do that? I don't know. Chicago has been so up and down and inconsistent this season, but I wouldn't put my money on New York without Jones in the lineup here, as far as covering a 9.5 point spread in the first half, or even full game. I think it's up to 17 now. With Jones in there, I mean that's a big number, but you're not crazy laying those 17 points with Jones out. Now it gets a little more risky. And guys, that is going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. I hope you found it helpful and useful. And if you did, please do not forget to smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you have not already. That way you don't miss out on any of the content that we are dropping here daily. And like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, if you are new here, typically we would break down and analyze each of these games a lot further, right? We talk about a lot of different things, a lot of different angles to look at these games. Just simply wore out, man. So I hope you all cash out. Hope you all have a great night. And I'll see you back tomorrow for the next one.